mentioning, you have Nestle numbers that are flashing on the bottom of your screen. If you look at the PAT, it's come in a tad bit above the estimates of around 803 crore was the estimates for PAT. The PAT is coming at around 746.6 crore rupees. You also have the revenues that's coming tad bit below, but you can't call it below as per se. 4,813 crore rupees as against 5,046 crore rupees. You have EBITDA is coming at around 1,114 crore rupees. We were expecting the EBITDA to come in at around 1,193 crore rupees. If you look at the margins, it's coming at around 23.15%. That's the EBITDA margin. We had a poll of about 23.7% for the margins. Remember, a short while ago, you also had the global Nestle that reported its numbers and they had downgraded their FY numbers or so. But let's see what the numbers are right now. If you look at ET Now estimates and as per ET Now estimates for now, the numbers are below ET Now estimates, and that's the reason why you can see the stock fall. I'll request my producers to also show you the line graph because the stock has seen a sharp fall on an intraday basis when it comes to Nestle. What they're saying is that the beverage business has reported strong double-digit growth. Prepared dishes and cooking aids have also maintained their growth momentum. And they have also said that cereal and grains are going through a structural cost increase backed by MSP. But none other than Vinny Motiwala is here to actually explain to us what exactly has happened or transpired in the quarter gone by for Nestle India. Vinny, you track this one very closely. You've said it's below estimates, and why?
It is clearly below estimates. One time when we were expecting the revenue to come in at around 5,050, now it's coming at 4,813 crores. EBITDA is seeing a growth of just 5.6%, coming in at 1,114 crores. Margins 23.15% is what they are highlighting, and profits just a 6% growth. Now, considerably, we were expecting a stronger performance coming in from Nestle, but seems like that out of home consumption, or the beverage side, that's the tea, coffee side, that seemed the pressure coming in because of the heat waves during the summer season as well. And obviously, beverage business, the cold drink side, that's something that has seen a double-digit growth of around double-digit growth in the beverage business. Now, other than that, e-commerce business has seen a 7% growth. And what the company is highlighting also in terms of commodity prices, we had seen that coffee and cacao prices, that's something that had obviously seen the impact because high raw material prices were there, and seems like that is still continuing. And that's the word coming in from them as well, that those prices are still at an all-time high. So maybe that pricing action with the company taken in Q1 also, maybe that is possible that they could be taking some pricing action in Q2, because if these prices continue to sustain at these higher levels, then obviously that is something that they are watching out for. Now, other than that, in this they have mentioned that almost a fourth of the growth that they have seen has been a mix of volume-led growth, and they hope to strengthen the trend in the coming months. So let's keep an eye out on that. But as of now, volumes obviously will be muted because the revenue growth has just been almost 3%. They're taken some pricing action. So right now it's a mix of this volume as well as pricing growth. But yes, keeping an eye out on Nestle, not much of an excitement. That's why the stock is down 1.8% as well, almost 2% as of now as we speak.
Absolutely, Vinny. So that's the take coming in for Nestle India numbers, covering what are the factors that may have impacted the numbers in the quarter gone by. We also have Priyam Tolia, who is an FMCG analyst at Axis Securities. A very good morning to you, Priyam. And what's your first outlook coming in for Nestle India? The numbers look, they seem to be below estimates, at least for ET Now poll.
Yes, the numbers are below our estimate as well in terms of the top line as well as on the margins front. So please note that there is a inflation in the raw material prices, which has also impacted the margins. At the same time, the volumes are not picked up as per the anticipation, right? So the numbers are pretty weak for Q1.
What sort of a ballpark estimate did you have for the volume figure coming in for Nestle India?
Sure.
And also the company mentioning that they are also seeing some structural cost increase in cereals and grains.
Yes, so if you see what we build up for the domestic business, a 5% volume growth and overall the 9% top line growth for the company. But again, the numbers are not pretty well for the company, and also as I said earlier, that the volatility in the raw material prices, especially in the cocoa and the coffee prices, right? So it's in hyperinflation mode. So they have taken the price hikes in the quarter, but the numbers are not yet reflected yet.
You
So
have
number
also
overall are pretty weak. Yeah. So
Yeah,
number
pretty
overall
overall
pretty
very
weak
weak.
for them.
Also, given the fact that you had the Nestle Global also come out with their numbers where they have actually cut their organic revenue growth as outlook as well. That's for global Nestle as well. So it looks like it is a global phenomena. But what's your outlook coming in for Nestle India stock in India back?
Sure. So if you see from a medium-term perspective or a shorter-term perspective, there could be some pressure because of the margins pressure, but on a longer-term basis, we continue to remain positive on Nestle because there are 2, 3 reasons for that. Nestle is heavily under-indexed in the rural market, right? So rural is likely to recover in the coming quarters. So Nestle would be a beneficiary in terms of that. So volume growth is likely to pick up in the coming quarters, especially in the second half of FY25. So we remain positive on a longer term basis.
Okay, you
But
remain
yeah,
positive
in the shorter term basis.
All right, positive on the longer term basis. Priyam, you were expecting a volume growth of about 5%. Anything, any indication of what it could be around with the numbers that you already have at hand?
So I'll have to check because the overall revenue growth has come around 3%, right? So the volume growth would be around low single digit kind of a negative kind of a growth because they have taken a price hikes, right? So mostly the revenue growth is driven by the price hikes.
Right, fine. All right then. Thank you so much, Priyam, for joining us on the show and giving us a take on Nestle. Actually, the first cut, definitely a weak quarter coming in. That's what even Priyam also mentioned. And they were expecting a volume growth of about 5%, but doesn't look like the company is going to report anything close to that. But that's Nestle for you. Now seeing a rebound from the day's lowest point, but still down about 7/10%. On that note, we'll take a